Hey, how's it going? I'm here at PerformanceBikeFitter, and we've got Alan.
Hello, I'm Alan from PerformanceBikeFitter. So this is Andrew. We have known each other for a very long time.
How long?
I
think since 2002, more than 20 years. Anyway, Alan was a personal trainer,
yes.
and so I think the first thing you can do is tell us, what do you guys do here?
So basically this is a bike fitting heaven. So we do bike fits, mechanic, training. Training is coaching and training on a bicycle, and we do some merchandise. So our big thing is fitting. We do fitting almost every day, from tri-bike to road bike to 4Ds. But today what we're going to do is performance. Andrew does IRONMAN. So he wants to know if this setup, is it outgrew, or is it there's any new tech, any new way of fitting to get him better, faster, more efficient. There's no issue with his bike, but somehow or other fitting has changed.
That's right. And technology has changed, and my body has changed over the years.
Yes.
And I mean, Alan, I know one of the first things you do is you check people's bodies, right?
Yes.
And I know he knows the body, he knows muscles. He's been a personal trainer since like the 90s probably. So give me a check.
Okay. So
obviously I'm extremely muscular, you know?
Yes, I can see that.
So let's get going.
Before we do the Retül posture assessment, I usually like to look at a person's body, because that's my greatest strength. The biomechanic and the posture overall of not even just a rider, just a person. So Andrew is very lean, okay, but you look at his mid-back, you can see his scapula is a bit far. Scapula means the shoulder blade. So by right, it should be this way. He is a bit of rowing. You can see his palm is here. So this muscle is actually not very well developed. Could be prolonged, or on a time trial bike, the scapula, the upper back just open up. Okay. So what he need is this way. So he probably need to do homework, okay, like to strengthen his back muscle, the thoracic, okay, and shoulder blades. Okay, so he probably need to focus on this area to make him stronger. Because after doing this, after cycling for 180 km, you still need to run, and you can't be running like this. Yeah, because your intake of air is restricted also. So he probably need to strengthen his serratus anterior, which is here, to hold his posture, your upper back. Okay, of course he also need to stretch his hip flexors, yeah, so that he doesn't have this posterior tilt like this. Posterior tilt means you do this. Okay, so these are because of very tight hip flexors. Yeah, then very tight hamstring, so it becomes like that. So what you want to do is you have a normal curvature of the spine, which is a S. So there's a lumbar spine, a lumbar curvature, cervical, thoracic. So these three things we'll look at. Look in front. Okay, so we want to see the head, is it poking out, or is it a line going back? Yeah, so actually this is a better posture. Over the years, this sport has actually created a posture for him. There's ways to make it better. So today when we're fitting, we don't just fit him to the bike, we also fit the bike to him. So together it becomes like an equipment and a machine. Yeah, so we always look at the person, because I have one saying is the bike is symmetrical. How you fit a person that is not symmetrical to a symmetrical bike, and that is the whole idea. Yeah, of course, we have to go through the whole posture assessment, then we know he has any leg length discrepancy, any tight hamstring, anything that is weak, that is not good, that we can enhance better, to let him know better what he can do better. Although it's restricted to the bike, but at least he know what he can do to improve his bike performance, the comfort level, and overall posture. For the three categories, you need to swim, bike, and run. Yeah. Any questions so far?
No, let's get started.
So basically, you can see his bike. The bars are not the latest. Okay, the latest bars are at least 50 degrees up. Yeah. So his is
more like this.
Yes, more like this. Yeah, more like this. We call the praying mantis or the skis. The skis. Time has changed. These bars can be used, but there are a lot of strain on the wrist. So he's comfortable, but with this, he will be more comfortable. Yeah, so it's all preference. These are the things we can share with him, the latest tech, the latest bike, the latest geometry, we can suit him. Like we found out also today, his crank is 175. There's nothing wrong with a longer crank, but because of time trial position, when you're doing this, the longer the crank, the higher you need to go up. So he doesn't need to climb mountain like Mount Everest, he probably need a shorter crank. So it can be as good as 170, 172, so we see how it is. So these are the long-term planning for his next bike. What kind of crank he's supposed to get, what kind of aero bar he's supposed to get. He like ISM, then we'll stick to ISM. So these are the things we will want to get it right when we plan to change his bike.
Awesome.
Okay, so basically what I see, his clip position is very forward. There's no right or wrong. I'm going to share with Andrew what I feel. This kind of position is very good for immediate power when you sprint or when you accelerate. But for time trialists and Ironman, we move it back.
Okay.
Yeah, move it back is we call the midfield.
Right.
Yeah, but some people won't like it.
Right.
Most of them, I would say 100 people, 99 will like it. Yeah, because you see, when you are doing this, you do a lot of ankling, we call calf engagement.
Right.
And you probably tiptoe a lot because the thing is very forward. So when you move it back, right, the first thing you feel is, hey, I cannot do this, I have to do this to pedal down. So my strokes are smoother, I disengage my calf, use less calf, I can run better. So that is the number one thing people like about midfield. Yeah, so I'm going to do a midfield setting for you. You try. If you don't like it, I'll put it back where it was. Okay? Okay, so I changed the cleats position. How you feel?
Don't feel any difference. I mean, it's good. No complaints.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So I'm going to put wedging into your shoe.
Okay.
Okay, so now I want you to mimic this way. You feel that, no?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. That's alright.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's awkward on my wrist.
Yeah.
So Alan, what do you have me sitting on, man? This thing's weird. What's happening? And why is it moving there?
Okay, so you're moving, that's why it's moving. Yeah, so it's live. It's tracking his sit bone live. Yeah, so this is sit bone. So what you want to do is to take the measurement of the distance of the sit bone. Yeah, now he's properly seated, then don't move, posture. Okay, now you need to stand up again. Yeah, can sit down again. Yeah, and put your leg on top again. So 1.3 means you probably need a saddle that is 1.5. The recommended saddle usually they plus 1 cm each side.
I see. So my sit bones are 130, so 150 would be.
Yeah. So these are for road. For time trial, it's slightly different.
Oh.
Because you sit in front, you don't sit on the sit bone.
Right.
So you can get away with 1.3, 1.4 is fine. Yeah. What we want in front is not rubbing on your thigh. So that's more important for time trial. So they will recommend saddles for time trial later. Okay, now we go into your feet first. Okay?
So we'll do the same pressure on my feet?
Yes, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, so Alan, I see some yellow numbers. Is that a problem?
No, it's showing that it doesn't fall under the parameters of what Retül recommends. What we are after is not all green. We are after discrepancy. We are after imbalance. Like here, I see there's some issue on your right side. the right knee lateral travel. So we have to look into the knee tracking, whether is your right leg having some knee tracking issue. The left is okay. So you can see there's very little yellow. What we want to see is also symmetrical. So you can see they are all quite symmetrical, less than 10. So this is what we call the imbalance. So let's say it's 10 and above, then something is not right. So this is one thing we need to highlight. What's the issue? So we have to go in depth and later see your knee, what's going on. Later we do laser tracking. So we have to further investigate. Is it a marker issue that we didn't put properly, or there's really a problem on the right side? Okay, so this knee tends to go out on the upstroke. So let's check the other leg. So this leg doesn't go out, it's more aligned. Yeah, so I see the issue. This leg will go up when upstroke.
Amazing.
That's why there is some lateral movement. So the greatest thing in the human is we can adapt. Bad or good habit. I'm not saying it's wrong. You can wear a long crank and your body adapts to it. I believe if you have a shorter crank, you won't have this issue because you have more space to go up. It doesn't have to go out. And yours is very subtle, so you can't tell. Only very trained eyes can tell. Or we use laser tracking, then we can tell.
Yeah.
That's why Retül is good because it gives us so much markers, data that we can analyze. It doesn't tell me how to fit, but from here I will go and find problems like why like that and why like that. So I will try to solve it. Whether do we need to change the equipment or sometimes it's your hip tightness, all this we will fact find also. So the fit is done. I zinc the bike, so we capture the measurement of the bike. I think based on the data and his feel, it's not too far from his previous fit, but this bike has been many years, since 2017, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's not using the latest tech. But of course we know it's all about the legs. But having the better comfortable cockpit will help him. So I feel that a few changes should be made. A 50 degrees aero bar will help him to be more comfortable.
More like this.
Yeah, more like this. Okay. So the other thing is a shorter crank will help him because his crank is 175. So what we discussed is if we have something lying around, we will put it in and let him test. If he likes it, we can order a brand new one for him, or he can go and get himself one. Then, of course, we have to change the saddle height because to accommodate the shorter crank. Then we will see does the problem become better from what we get from the data.
So there's one other thing that Alan figured out for me that's, I think, really interesting, and I think my coach would like to know it. He figured out that I have a dead spot, and I have a wiggly knee. So my left is good, but my right, when I pedal, it sort of goes like this unnecessarily. So Alan's thinking maybe one-legged drills on the trainer at home, just with the right knee or with the right leg, might help me correct that. So to me, that's a big thing that I can work on. I mean, you can work on the bike, but then what can I work on myself? And that might be something. Besides the gym, besides those exercises, on the bike, what can I do?
So on the bike, I will say there are many things. Smoothen your pedal stroke. So being able to train the right leg will help a great deal of the efficiency. So now you are getting half, which is your left. The right is stomping. We wanted to get as efficient as the left. Then you are able to squeeze out the extra power, extra efficiency from your pedal stroke.
So all that left-right, what if I could channel it up-down?
Yeah. So what we want is like when you pedal like a train, rather than I always say like chicken rice. Just chop and chop and chop. Yeah.
Right.
You want this.
Okay. Cool. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Alan. Thanks for revealing these things to me. And where are we located?
We are at Tong Li Building, Kallang Pudding, is it? Yeah. We are at Block B, 0904. You can find us on Google. Our address is there. My mobile number is there. You can Google the website. You won't miss us because I think we are the biggest in Singapore for bike fitting. So our number, our email is all around.
And you have the best coffee.
Okay, so thank you for watching the video. Once we change all this stuff, after we fix his bike, we we'll continue the updated version of the video, and you guys can see the data change and the feedback of the rider.
Cool, thanks.
Okay, thank you.